Hello and welcome to VitoshAcademy. Today we'll be talking about Streamlit and Yahoo Finance and how these two are connected and what we can build using them. Starting with the end, actually, right now we would be able at the end to build a really nice dashboard just like this one, where we enter a stock ticker. Let's write realty income, for example, and we would be able to select a start date and end date. For start date, I'm going to select 2018, 1st of January, end date 2024, last year, so to say. And here, for example, we'll see the raw data, the complete one. We will be able to download it as a CSV file. Then we'll see the price chart since the day I mentioned, volume chart, which is quite okay, moving averages, which would be controllable in days. For example, if it is 5 days, it's almost repeating the real thing. And then we'll be seeing the dividends and the splits, only 2 splits for realty income. So let's go back to Microsoft just to see how many splits this nice company has. Well, quite a lot, I would say. Yes, since 1987 to 2003, every roughly 2-3 years they are making a split and then they stopped. So that's why their share is 435. Okay, so let's start with Yahoo Finance. So Yahoo Finance is a powerful Python library that actually gives to the users financial data as historical prices, dividends, splits, and stocks data. Yeah, I mean, it's really used for financial analysis, and it is available to you like this. Import YFinance as YF, Shift Enter, and now we have it. What do we have? We have pretty much everything. We can download data like this. If we take Microsoft, for example, then it is YF download. And here we will use simply MSFT. That's the ticker of Microsoft. And we would be starting with 2020 or 1990. 0101, it's Microsoft. So they have a lot of history, I guess, up to today, to 2025, 0102. And it's already here, so if we want to take a look, it looks like this. We have 8,817 rows, which is kind of useful. And if we want to see just the latest ones, let me see what the head is going to show. Okay, head is going to show the first ones, and where the share was 0.38, then the tail is going to show 4.39. Okay, it wasn't 0.38, there were a lot of splits, so it was probably reduced to splits. Yes, this is generally the business logic here, but let's leave it like this. Microsoft tail looks okay. And if we want to do something more, we need the so-called ticker object, which provides access to more detailed information about the company. And we can say, okay, MSF Microsoft ticker, for example, is Yahoo Finance ticker, and then we use the same. What do we get here? I'm just clicking on top, and we get a simple Python object. But this simple Python object actually is quite powerful, because if we say, hey, simple Python object, give me your info, it would start giving stuff. And as you see, this here is dictionary with lists. So if we say, okay, what is your 52 weeks low, dear info, we can do it like this. It would give us information. And if we want to ask, for example, who is your CEO? That would be a bit tougher, because I would have to go here, company officers. Let's see. Yes, company officers, and then I will have to go to the first one, And so it's not the first one, it's probably, I'm looking for Satya Nadella, but it should be with a 0, I guess. Yes. So in order to get the CEO, something like this should be enough. But for this you should know how to navigate among dictionaries, lists and lists of dictionaries. But this one is, I guess, okay for the time being. I mean, you wouldn't need to get the CEO of Microsoft out of the YFinance, but the data is here if you need it. What else do we have? We have also historical prices, and this is where the things get a bit interesting, except for this one. We can get them also like this: historical prices equals MSF Microsoft ticker, and then we simply say history, and we say for the period of 1 year. 1 year should be a nice period. Let's put them, tada, all of them are here, 253 days, which are, I guess, around all the working days of the stock exchange in New York, where Microsoft is listed. So yeah, if we say 5 years, yeah, quite a lot of years, from 2020 to 2025. So this is how it works. And we also have the data concerning dividends and splits. And who would think how the dividends look like? I mean, they're pretty much like this, dividends. Tada! Printed data for the last 5 years, roughly 2020, yeah, quite a lot. And as you see, Microsoft pays roughly every 4 months, which is something normal for all the US companies, unless this is pretty much the standard in the US. And we can also take a look at the splits. Nope, Microsoft ticker splits. We do not have splits, obviously, within this time period, but if we take the ticker to be, I'm just thinking something like okay, something like this, but this is actually the prices anyway. Let's take a look whether it would be different. Yeah, the Microsoft ticker splits actually was based on the history somehow, and here we see that after we wrote max, we saw the splits for Microsoft like this. Yeah, quite a good option. So what else can we do? Of course, MSFT dot quarterly earnings. I'm just hoping that it's going to show up on the top, but it didn't. Okay, so Microsoft ticker quarterly earnings is depreciated and not available via API. So what if we ask to print it? No, it makes sense. I'm just going to shift and enter. No, it really doesn't want to show anything. Okay. What can we do is we can do something like a simple visualization. Let's forget about the quarterly earnings, and for this visualization we're going to use our favorite library, matplotlib. Import matplotlib as PLT, shift and enter, so it is now actioned. And now here we can say MSFT. We are interested in the close prices, so we say MSFT close, and these are all the prices since 1990, and we plot them, and our title would be bills company. Okay, it would be MSFT closing prices. I wouldn't start now into escaping stuff, escaping this sign here, for example, because this is not the task of the video. I'll label stuff like this. It would be date, then it would be Y label, price, USD, and of course I had to plot it somehow. POT, X label, POT show. Let's see. I somehow forgot this one. Okay, matplotlib does not have, has no attribute X label. Really? Says who? Let's see whether it would find the Y label. Okay, I'm probably doing something wrong, but I actually have the thing that I want to do. I'm just thinking, what's exactly wrong with this thing? Price USD. Matplotlib pyplot. Yes, that's it. So I got it. I mean, we should be using like this. So it's matplotlib pyplot, and this one actually, yeah, should be having the attribute. I'm sorry, but it happens also to the best people, and to me it happens all the time. So yeah, we can see the Microsoft closing price, for example, and this way we can see, for example, I don't know, we can see the dividends. I'm just dividends. Okay, the dividends should be a bit different. No, still key error. Let me check. And after the check, what we found actually, and by we I mean myself, is the following. We have the Microsoft dividends somewhere here. Strange that they are only zeros. That cannot be true. But yeah, okay, it can be true because these are monthly dividends and they are not correctly rounded. Not monthly, they're they're dividends like the quarter dividends, and obviously they are with zeros, as you see here. So it is true. And what can we do in order to make and display the dividends? It would be, we are going to get this one, MSF ticker history period max, and we're gonna put it here. Then we're gonna say we're interested in the dividends, and only this, and we're gonna see what are we getting. We are getting normal stuff. Okay, we're getting the data. After this, we would try to plot it, and of course we would get something really strange. It seems that somewhere around 2004, Microsoft was paying extreme quarter dividends of $3. At least this is what Yahoo Finances show. Just let's do it a bit better. By doing it a bit better, I mean we can copy the previous one that I just deleted. PATY label, USD, and POTX label, pretty much would be date. And of course POT show should be enough. Even like here, and here it would be the dollar sign and then POT put, like this. Yeah, or POT show. This should be enough. So far we get the dividends. What can we do is we can display all of them just to double check. Oh, we see it actually, 2004, 308. Yep, the huge Microsoft dividend, $3. Probably because here they were only paying twice per year, and later they started paying 3 or 4 times or more. Okay, what else do we have? We have the cash flow, which is rather easy. MSFT cash flow, MSFT ticker cash flow, data frame object is not callable, of course. Yeah, I mean the parentheses there for calling stuff. In our case it's not. And what can we do? Now just use this one, and I'll finish with the closing prices so I have something nice. MSFT. Close plot, and I'll put the title MSFT closing prices. Okay, and pretty much that's all for this part of the video. What should we do now is the interesting part, so let's stay a bit more. And now the interesting part with Streamlit, Yahoo Finance, Pandas, and of course Matplotlib. Pretty much we would be using really not a lot of code to make a really fancy dashboard. As you see, currently we are outside the Jupyter notebook, but we are still in Python. So we have the page title, we have sidebar inputs, we have fetching data that actually would fetch the data. We have some kind of a message if the data is empty, and we are initializing the tabs, and the tabs would be actually really nice with this kind of fancy icons that we even have them in text. And here so far we have created the first tab called row tab, and we would be writing the tail of the data from 2020 to 2025. So the tail should be the last days of 2025. I'll put 2024 just to be sure. And we would have also a button saying download data to CSV, and it would actually work. So what is going to happen? We are going to write streamlit space run, and then stock dashboard streamlit. This is the name of our dashboard. Then we would wait, and we would go to this localhost 8501 here, and somehow the local host is actually good. I do not recall that we mentioned the other tabs. Oh no, we mentioned the tabs. They are initialized, yes, but only the first one is present, exactly. So good job for the local host, even better than me. Yeah. You see, these ones are empty, but the raw data is working. And we can change Microsoft to something else. What should we try? We can try Rio, if it exists, like this. I mean, there is a company called Rio. I'm thinking about one. Okay, let's use Apple. Yeah, Apple exists. So this is it, and the download data to CSV actually works. And we have all the data from Apple from 2020 to 2024 actually working and nicely provided to us. Okay, let's now think about how should we write the second tab. Exactly. So the second tab looks like this. It would be a closing price chart, and of course tabs is obviously here a list, so it starts with 0. In this case, tabs, so the second one would be, if it exists, the closing price chart exists in the data, then simply show us a line chart with the data close, else give us some kind of closing price data is not available for this stock. Sometimes it is not available. Currently we are going to play. Should I click rerun or should I click this one? I'll try with that one. And let's go to price chart, and we see Microsoft's history. And we can even go 1991. When was the time to buy Microsoft stock if you are alive? Yeah, with less than $1, not counting dividends, currently you would be having $450. And if you want to know the dividends, then let's take another look. But before dividends, we have the volume chart. So volume chart would be something else. I just edited, and it looks like this. So third tab is the volume, and pretty much it's simply a bar chart, and the default color for the bar chart is blue, just FYI. If I click F5 now, or this one, the volume chart should appear. Quite good. Yeah, Microsoft shares are interesting. And last but not least, let's say the moving averages and the dividend split. So for both of them we have the code. I would be writing less and explaining more. So about the moving averages, we have the closing price of the moving average, we have the figure size, and we simply use pyplot, and this magical library called Streamlit actually translates the whole thing to HTML, and then we would have the dividends and the splits, pretty much explaining how this work. So let's try first with the moving averages from. I'm just curious what would happen if I use this one. Oh yeah. Moving averages we can use for days from 20 to 50. And because it's actually a big one, it actually works quite good. We can even click here and the whole thing works. And now if we go to the dividends and the splits, biggest dividend of Microsoft is 2004, $3 per share, but in general they are always below $1 per quarter or per dividend paying period. And then we have the splits, and the splits are usually 2-to-1. It's different if we go to, I don't know, a company paying a lot of dividends. I mean, I'll go to realty income again, or to EPR properties, okay, something different. These guys pay dividends as well. None of this is any type of advice, I'm just presenting how to make a dashboard. But you can quickly see what Yahoo Finance has about them, about the company, and how it looked. Okay, I guess this here is exactly the pandemic. Something terrible happened to the company, but it managed. And you can take a look. Did it stop paying during the pandemic? Yep, there was some kind of a drama here. From April 2020 to the 7th month of 2021, they stopped paying daily monthly dividends. These guys are paying dividends every month, or at least they're trying to. So yeah, this is how the whole story looks about them. So the video has come to its end, and this is what we did today. We used Yahoo Finance and Matplotlib to take ticker data for stock exchanges. We made some dashboards with PyPlot and Yahoo Finance, or YFinance, or YF as we are calling it. But the more interesting part is really making a complete quick dashboard. Just with, I'm just showing the code so I can show the line, just with 73 lines of code, and of course these huge libraries behind it, mainly talking about Streamlit, we managed to make a fully functional dashboard that actually works the way we are expecting from it. We connected this one with Yahoo Finance, so these are no preloaded share prices, these are real share prices of Apple, of Microsoft, of whatever you feel like checking. For example, Apple, you can see their dividends. Well, they pay something, they're not bad, and they have some splits. The last one was 2020, 4-to-1. And you can take a look at anything that you would be interested in seeing into Yahoo Finance. You can see on your own desktop with what was its name, Streamlit. Okay, so thank you for watching once more. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care. Goodbye.